Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers in London. This morning I'm looking at a book which has come to us from a tax and law publisher. It's a company called Claritax Books Limited, new publishing company to us at Richmond Green Chambers. But this is an excellent book that we've actually been asked to review. The title of the book is Research and Development, Maximising the Tax Relief, and it's been written by two people, James Boughton and Lindsay Pentelow. Excuse me. Now the book is this book here. It's a paperback. It's not very big. It's called a Claritax Books publication. As you can see, there's the spine, and then there's a little bit of information on the back. It's only a short book, but by golly, it's got a lot of information in it. There's the index at the back, which you can see, with a lot of it's called a general index, quite a lot of very helpful information. Then you've got primary legislation. Again, it's at the back of the book, not at the front. Then you've got a number of appendices. The first appendices, or in fact the third, is material from the Corporate Intangibles Research and Development Manual. You can see that there. The second appendix is looking at the definition of SMEs, and it's got the EU Commission recommendations, which is again quite important because of the link directly into the European Union. Then Appendix 1 is guidelines on the meaning of R&D for tax purposes, and you can see a lot of very useful information in terms of the guidelines. Then the book itself, which is the first 100 odd pages, is there, and we've got a very useful paragraph numbering section there, so you can find things pretty quickly. There are no footnotes as such, so you don't have any difficulty. There's the front page, just so you've got some idea of it. It's a very light book, runs to something region of 160 pages. There are a whole range of Claritax books listed there, and in fact there's a website, claritaxbooks.com, which is well worth looking at, and then there's a disclaimer and a statement about the company there. Then you've got a detail about the two expert tax writers, James Boughton and Lindsay Pentelow, and something about the publishers again. And then you've got a useful abbreviations section, always of importance when you come to tax matters, because you can sometimes quite often get a bit concerned about what some of the abbreviations might mean. And then you've got the table of contents there, running over to, there are 11 chapters in total. You'll see the other chapters there. Then we get into an introduction. Always read the introduction to these books, because it does give you some idea of what the publisher and the author's up to. There's the second page, and then we go straight into First Principles, which is chapter 1, and then it runs through, and as I say, you've got again chapter 2, definition of R&D for tax purposes, and you've got the paragraph numbering all the way through. You do have some examples as well, worked examples, which I think are helpful. A lot of tax manuals have that. Again, calculating benefits, you've got an example there. So it's very much of a practical book, and one that I think is extremely helpful for this particular area of your professional needs. Now, my wife Elizabeth and I thought about this book, chat about what we thought of it and how we might review it, and we came up with the title Tax Relief for R&D, Research and Development. If you want in, here are the benefits and the rules, and that's basically the structure and the advice that's given in the book. And this is what we say: if you're a tax specialist, whether tax accountant or a lawyer advising on tax, you may be familiar already with the ever-growing stable of books which are coming on tax relief from Claritax. If not, what a discovery it certainly was to us. We've not actually seen these books before, and I'm delighted to be able to review this one. In the words of the publishers, Claritax Books, they complement, quote, what is on offer from the larger tax publishers. Obviously you'll know Tolley's, and you'll know a range of other tax specialists like Spiramas and so forth. And if you mark our words, these books, the Claritax ones, including this title, contain the most accessible and certainly business-like advice on tax that you're likely to encounter. And can I just remind you again, it's not a heavy book. It's quite actually readable. and it's not heavy in either the reading sense or the sort of weight sense of the terms. Claritax is rather a good name for these concise and very handy volumes, for they really do clarify in plain, precise language all the pertinent information you'll need to know across a range of highly specific areas in tax. Typically, says Claritax, our books cover niche topics in greater depth or take a more practical approach to particular tax issues. And so it is with this latest Claritax title, which is called Research and Development, Maximising the Tax Relief. This book, say the two expert authors, James Boughton and Lindsay Pentelow, is designed to be a practical guide to the rules, namely the rules on tax relief for research and development, as well as the many benefits for the UK economy in general and for innovative businesses in particular. So there you have it. But who exactly should pursue a claim for R&D tax relief, and are such claims really worth considering at all? Answering this query in detail, the authors make a number of important points. For example, they mention that as certain conditions have changed in recent years, a claim which was not possible in the past may be possible now. And as this form of tax relief has been put in place to encourage innovation, companies which create innovative products or services, quote, should therefore take another look at whatever tax benefits are now available to them, especially if their competitors are doing so. As many people know, if there is an availability, you should try and take hold of it and effectively maximise, it says maximise your tax relief, but maximise the benefits to your business and your ideas. Of course, that is part of it. Like the dozen or so other Claritax titles, and the more are to follow, we are told, this book is regarded as essential for the specialist practitioner and the revenue lawyer tasked with providing detailed, authoritative and certainly crystal clear advice to clients in the course of everyday practice. As the authors explain, the book is written to help entrepreneurs to take advantage of this relief to save cash, which can then be used to fuel further innovation. And so it goes on. So therefore, if you need a clearer picture of the current position on tax relief for R&D, you need this book. The law is stated as at the 1st of December 2014, but you're reminded that tax rules, of course, continually evolve. Let's just have a final look at the book again. Light book, as I say, 160 pages. The back cover is quite helpful because it does explain a bit about what the company does and what the book's about. There's the index at the back. There are some videos which Claritax have produced, which are on YouTube. There's the front there. So do have a look at them. Now, I believe they have a YouTube channel. There's some detail about Claritax Books and the authors there. And then that's about the actual detail of Claritax Books themselves. But as I say, if you do Google them, you will find the information quite quickly. And as I say, there is the abbreviations and the chapters. We just open it out in the middle. There we go. There's a quite useful series of calculations. Examples, as I've said, they're in boxes, but the examples are very helpful. You get this in quite a lot of tax advice books. And I do think that these examples that are given, there's one particularly there, we're looking here at calculating the benefits you might achieve. I think it's quite important to have these worked examples because they do assist you in what is actually sometimes quite a difficult area. This is the expenditure credit section there, which might also be of interest to you. Anyway, there is the book. I'd like to thank the people involved very much indeed, and to Claritax Books themselves for producing what is an excellent edition, which will be of great benefit in this particular area, both for advisors and practitioners. And I wish Claritax all the very best with all their other titles. We'll probably have a look at those in due course. Thank you anyway for now. Bye-bye.